the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Hands to Hester, and Hester, yep, got it, 5 out of 5.
From carrying each other to a natty to carrying each other on the air.
Flynn is back to throw for the end zone. Boom!
Live from the Raising Cane studio, it's Off the Bench.
All right, welcome back in. OTB here live from the Raising Cane studio. Always want to remind you about our friends over at Tommy's Windows, Doors, and Siding.
Oh, Tommy!
Thank you. GoTommys.com.
Hey, Thomas.
G-E-A-U-X. Tommy's with a Y.com. Go to GoTommys.com. You'll clearly see the difference on the website. You also have a chance to see the awards that they stack over there. You're probably seeing it on YouTube right now. Angie Super Service Award, 2016, 17, 18, 19. I could just go on and on and on. That's what they do. That's who they are, and they do it with incredible customer service as well. They can customize your job. You can check out a gallery of work, what they've already done for your neighbors here in the greater Baton Rouge area. They've got it all, windows, doors, and siding, and also check out what else they can do, things like gutters. They also have that service available as well. Go to GoTommys.com. Still, I haven't heard the Marler version of that.
Of what?
I just heard y'all's
He
impersonation.
That was pretty much it.
Tommy.
Yeah,
That was
him.
pretty much it.
Yeah.
I like to test the people on the yo. I'm not good at the yo Tommy, but I love when Matt's like, you have to do it. Like when Rivers said it, it was the funniest thing ever. I don't know which one was funny.
Matt is very committed to the bit.
Yeah.
He made Cassie do it. Apparently.
Really?
Well, I mean, she was filling in for me, so I didn't hear it.
I think it was, I don't remember it, but it was probably something like, yo Tommy.
We took I even put it in the YouTube poll. I was like, who did the worst yo Tommy? Marler, Rivers, or Cassie?
Marler.
I think they did vote Marler.
Yeah. It's no shock.
Marler out here trying to get the Ole Miss LSU game canceled.
Oh, boy.
But I sent him a text about 20 minutes.
That headline there, but oh, boy, that graphic.
Why do they think that he's trying to cancel the game? Probably because the graphic says cancel the game.
Yeah, but guys, like you take everything too literal. Like you gotta read in between. Clearly not what he meant.
Yeah, he didn't mean it. Even though that's what the graphic headline
No, he didn't mean it.
That question mark was doing a lot of heavy lifting.
He wants you to think critically.
Yeah.
And we're just not.
The Ole Miss.
Is Marler an industry player?
He might actually be.
That's one of the funniest comments I've seen. That one and the one saying that he looks like a Russian doll that fits inside a T-Bob is...
Hold up.
They said he looks...
I did not hear that one.
They said he looks like that was when he was filling... I don't think... Were you here when he was filling in with
Yeah,
Matt?
okay. That was my first day back.
Oh, yeah. So it was when he was at the parade grounds with Matt, and they said that he looks like T-Bob's Russian doll, the one that fits inside him.
Oh, my God.
And I told him, he was like, at least I'm the smaller one.
Oh, my gosh.
Take the victory.
Nope, I missed that one.
Hilarious. Killed me.
Marler Mondays.
Marler Mondays.
That is the thing, apparently. It is like that did cause a stir, the graphic about the game.
Do y'all think we should cancel the game?
Yeah, probably not. It's what is it? May the 13th. And it's not even the first game of the year. It's the third game of the year. Can y'all imagine if it was like November like it used to be?
Bro.
And it's all anybody's talking about. And look, I mean, and Lane Kiffin had his Vanity Fair article, which we talked about. Steve Sarkisian had his USA Today article, which he took a jab at basket weaving.
Hey.
Their athletic director, Keith Carter,
Dying art.
he's Ole Miss through and through. I mean, he played basketball there. Like, he's going to defend them with everything he's got. But he tweeted yesterday, kind of amazing how uncomfortable our success is making some people.
Okay, so
hashtag Rebel Nation.
I'm confused about that.
Me too. Like,
I'm not even trying to be funny.
Me neither.
I'm genuinely
What'd you do
confused.
outside of last year?
Yeah.
Me
What'd you do?
neither.
What success?
Me neither. Like, you still
You hired from within.
Yeah, and you've never been to Atlanta for the SEC championship game. So, like, relative, I guess, for you, like, that was a successful season. But I'm just not going to say, like, oh man, yeah, like, they're coming. Like, they're getting better for sure. But, like, you didn't do anything in basketball. Your baseball team's okay. Your softball team's okay. Like, what is he talking about?
Yeah.
Like, your women's basketball team, Coach Yo, I actually really like Coach Yo a lot, but it's like, they did okay. It's like, what success are you having that's making people uncomfortable?
When you have a banner in your stadium that says SEC West co-champs, then you've never won a damn thing in your program's history. That's the thing. You think LSU, I'm not saying LSU is the most storied football program in the country. You think LSU is going to put up there? We played in the 2011 national championship. We didn't win it. We played in it. They didn't even play in the SEC championship that year. There's a banner. Bet they'll hang a playoff banner too. We don't hang playoff banners. We hang championship banners here.
Yeah, so
I'm just I'm again not trying to be funny. Yeah. I'm genuinely confused what Keith Carter's talking about. Like, you made it to the playoffs last season, but you had Lane Kiffin as your coach. You have Trinidad Chambliss. We'll see what happens with that this season. Like, we'll see if Pete Golding can, come up to the task or whatever.
I'm going to be full disclosure. I like Pete.
No,
I've had
Pete
great conversations
fine.
with him.
It's not
Played rounds of golf
Pete from
with
Ham
him.
in America.
Yeah, like, it's not about Pete. It's just like, you hired from within. You didn't go get it. Maybe you think Pete's the guy. Okay, that's great. Good for you. But you lost the guy that got you to the playoffs. Yes, Pete coached in it, but, like, you lost him. Charlie Weiss was still there whenever you were in the playoffs. You lost him too. You lost most of your staff. Yes, you're getting Trinidad back. Yeah, you're maybe Kawan Lacey's coming back too. You got some returners, but also, like, I'm genuinely confused what you're talking about. What success?
Well, to your point, like, you have the entire offensive staff a year ago back at LSU. Sure, you get Trinidad Chambliss back. I like Trinidad Chambliss. He lost Lane Kiffin and Charlie Weiss Jr. I still think there's a big question mark there. What the hell is that going to look like? Yeah. You lost basically all your pass catchers. Like, Chambliss and Lacey are good. They going to play 2-on-11? Because that's kind of what it looks like right now, is from the outside looking in. There was a comment on, like, a verified Ole Miss page yesterday. I don't remember which the page was. And it was like, LSU fans are scared because Ole Miss has had more success over the last 10 years. Buddy, LSU's won 7 of the last 10 times they've played. Like, what are you looking at? Like, I get having
And LSU's
pride.
also won a national championship in that run.
Right. I get having pride in your university, but please understand and know your place in the world of college football, and you're an SEC bottom feeder.
It's the thing that's most surprising, I think, in this whole situation is just, the prancing around like they've done something.
Right.
And again, like, you've gotten better. Like, you did something that you haven't done by making the playoff, but you still didn't even make it to Atlanta for the SEC championship game. So you still have work to do. Like, I hope you're not celebrating what you've done, because that's not the ultimate goal. The ultimate goal is to, like, lift a trophy, some kind of trophy.
Yeah.
And the staff is here now. The guy who brought you the most success you've had in the last 25 years is now at one of your rival programs, and you're still victory lapping?
I'm trying to find the tweet because I want to get your thoughts on this from our favorite Mincy. Oh man, I can't find it.
Yeah.
Basically, he was saying
he was going hard in the paint.
He was saying how LSU is, like, primed to lose versus Ole Miss and Texas A&M.
Yeah.
Okay, here it is.
Didn't give a reason why.
LSU is. Oh wait, Taylor, you commented on this. Wait, okay.
Yes, I did. That was last night. I did comment on
LSU is going to be good by.
You're supposed to be putting your crib together,
right? And he's out here arguing with Mincy. So Mincy says LSU is going to be good by end of year. Also, let's get listener thoughts on this. Text our text line 225-499-1045. I would love to know what you think about this whole Ole Miss LSU thing.
Yeah.
LSU is going to be good by end of year, but entire new roster and staff leaves them extremely vulnerable at Ole Miss and versus A&M in September. The fan reactions to 2 losses before October after spending over $100 million def won't be boring. Tay said, I'm reading this for the first time. Every team has questions. For example, what will Trinidad Chambliss look like without Lane Kiffin and Charlie Weiss Jr.? No, for sure. Like, because Ole Miss also has a new staff.
Yeah.
I mean, some people were there before, but
yeah. But I mean, your head coach was there, but you're going to have a completely new offensive staff, and I don't care that this guy used to be here before. He wasn't there with this team with these players, so he might know how to get to the local establishments there in Oxford, but like he's not going to know the team. And look, for Ole Miss, like to say that it's a brand new team, they're expecting, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 new starters on defense through the transfer portal. Ole Miss is offensively probably at least 3 new starters on offense through the transfer portal. So look, yeah, and all the backups are going to be through the portal, like including your backup running back, quarterback, tight end, a lot of your offensive line. So like that's where we are in college football. The new isn't an excuse anymore. You don't get to use the new as an excuse. That's not how it works anymore. So Ole Miss going to have a lot of new, just like LSU is going to have a lot of new. And both teams and both programs are going to be expected to do A, B, and C. So stop hustling somebody else's team and worry about what's going on with your team.
Yeah.
Because there's not going to be room for error in either one of these places. So if you want to talk about everybody's getting nervous with our success, well, guess what? That comes with expectations as well that you've never had before in your program history.
Yeah.
So you're about to learn a new style of pressure in Oxford that you've never had before too.
Right.
And that's going to be new for you.
Yeah.
So,
everybody wants to talk about all the pressure that Lane Kiffin has on him this season, and he does. But the Ole Miss fan base also has a lot of expectations for Pete Golding heading into. They're already crowning him like king of everything. So Pete Golding, you got pressure on you this season too. Don't let LSU go into Oxford and win that game. Don't let it happen.
If Pete Golding, quote unquote, underachieves, which I firmly believe that he will, at Ole Miss, and 4 years from now you're back where you started, what's your next talking point? Because at the beginning of the season, halfway through the year, the Ole Miss fans loved Lane Kiffin. And you can get mad that he left, but all the Ole Miss fans are like, good luck to you. His tenure at LSU is going to be short-lived. Why? You loved him a couple months ago when he was winning football games for you. Those playoff wins, Pete Golding didn't put that game together. Like, look, I thought he did a great job. They went further in the playoffs
Charlie
without
Weiss
Lane
was there
than I thought they would, but Pete Golding didn't put that team together. Lane Kiffin put that team together. Like, stop.
In the front office that is now here.
Yeah.
With the general managers.
Billy Glasscock, who is here. I got one text. I got a text. Mincy clearly still drinking too much.
Oh, dang.
That's all it says.
People forget what Lane Kiffin did for that program. Look, again, if we want to pile on, let's go ahead. I went and looked at this last night. I came prepared. I like to do my homework. When Lane Kiffin, this was after he took the job, Ben Metz had a phone call conversation with him that he posted on Twitter. And he said, Lane, your first SEC win is how I got the job at Barstool, and you've done so much for my career. Those are not my words. Those are his words. And now all of a sudden, like,
I shouldn't have done that.
Now all of a sudden, like, you hate people. Like, you hate these guys. Like, these are, and like, Ben does a great job, but it's like, you like this guy, and then he leaves, and you got nothing for him.
Yeah.
That's just, I don't like when stuff like that happens.
Okay, lay off my boy Pete. LOL. It's the fan base and their media we're at. No, I do like Pete a lot. I've known him for a long time. He knows a lot of ball, but this is his first head coaching job.
Is anything that I said wrong?
No,
does he not have a bunch of pressure on him?
He does. Oh,
he does. Like, objectively,
he's got maybe more pressure than any Ole Miss coach has ever had.
And objectively, Charlie Weiss was still there when they were playing in the playoffs. Like, I don't have an issue with Pete. I like Pete Golding, but that's just true.
Yeah, but that first game against Louisville, they're going to expect a lot. Was that a game in Nashville? Know what we said yesterday?
Yeah, and like that's a scrappy Louisville team.
Oh,
That's not a cakewalk.
Louisville is coached by Jeff Brom, who I've got a lot of respect for.
Yeah.
Just like LSU and Clemson, you don't throw the helmet out there and win that game. They can't throw their helmet out there and win that game. So it's still like whatever the record is, that game in Oxford's going to be nuts. But I'm just saying, like, you got to focus on what's before that, or you'll get got. All right, we got to take a break. We do have our guy Chris Blair, the voice of the LSU Tigers, joining us when we come back here. It is OTB live from the Raising Cane's studio.
Off the bench.
All right, if you've been thinking about building a backyard pool, there's only one name you need to know in South Louisiana, Russell Pool Company. Russell Pools has been designing, building, and servicing custom pools in Baton Rouge since 1965. That is more than 50 years of experience building pools that can handle Louisiana's weather, soil, and heat, while still looking incredible for years to come. So whether you want a luxury backyard retreat, a family pool, an outdoor entertainment space, or a complete renovation of your current setup, Russell Pool Company works with you from design to construction to maintenance. And it's not just pools. Their showroom has pool supplies, chemicals, outdoor furniture, accessories, and expert advice to help your pool look its best year-round. So what separates Russell Pools is experience, craftsmanship, and local knowledge. They know how to build pools that last in Louisiana. So if you're ready to transform your backyard, give them a call at 225-924-2527.
From the locker room to the airwaves, it's Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
You've been waiting so long, I'm here to answer your call. I know that I shouldn't have had you waiting at all. I've been so busy, but I've been thinking about what I wanna do with you. I know them other guys, they've been talking about the way I do what I do. They heard I was good, they wanna see if it's true. They know you're the one I want.
All right, welcome back in. OTB here live from the Raising Cane's studio. Always a pleasure to catch up with our next guest. It is the voice of your LSU Tigers, Chris Blair. CB, always a pleasure, sir. Hope you're doing well.
Yeah, man. Happy belated birthday again. Hope
Thank
you're
you.
doing good.
Yeah, 41 hits a little different. You know, it's like, you know, you get 40 and you're like, okay, well, like that happened. But then it's like once you're 41, as Flynn told me yesterday, like you're in your 40s.
Well, check in with me in 10 years and let me know how you're doing.
All right, Chris, man, I want to go across the gamut here. Obviously, you know, all the sports that you do have got a lot of things going on with them, but we'll start with the current sport, baseball. You know, the first game there in Athens, it felt like, okay, here we go. You got a little opportunity, and then it felt like more of the same. The Ole Miss series, the Mississippi State series, where you have these leads, you have the momentum, but you just can't hold on to it. And you know this, covering as as many baseball games as you have. Like you have that momentum, you win that game. Who knows what happens the rest of the weekend? But unfortunately for LSU and its baseball team, the story of that first game of the Georgia series has kind of been how it's played out over the last month or so.
Yeah, I mean, again, you know, it was one of those deals. I think Coach Johnson pointed it out. You know, it's they had 5 straight road games where, you know, they had a lead and had scored 8 runs, and you know, he really feels like that should be enough to win. You know, obviously, I joke with him a lot about, you know, after his first year saying there's never enough runs. Like until they tell you a run rule and you got to stop playing, like you keep trying to score, but. You know, I think realistically, he felt like with the way they played in game one, in those 5 road games, that they had a chance to win. I mean, obviously the bullpen couldn't hold the lead. Now, I'll say this for Georgia. You know, Wes Jordan has assembled one heck of an offensive team. I mean, it is – I kind of said that against A&M. I thought A&M at that point when we played them was the best offensive team. I thought Mississippi State was similar from an offensive standpoint, but I don't think either one of them's in the same zip code as Georgia. And that's no disrespect. It's just that team absolutely forced LSU to pitch them their pitch. And when they did not miss. And it was a ton of extra base hits, obviously a ton of home runs in a hitter-friendly ballpark where there really wasn't any wind to speak of. But that being said, it was a tough weekend, man. That's a talented team. We'll see how it translates, in the long haul. I think their pitching was okay for Georgia. In fact, I was asking Bill Franquez, I said, looking back on it now, we've seen some of these great offenses that just bash their way to victory against LSU. But which team do you feel like has the best pitching staff we faced? And, Bill's seen a lot more SEC baseball than I have. And he and I both felt like, from a total pitching staff, probably of the teams we played, probably Ole Miss. But we'll see what Georgia can do. I mean, if you can put up, 9.5 runs per game in SEC play, I think that plays pretty well against anybody you play in the postseason.
Yeah, they're going to be an interesting team to see, because of where their pitching's at. It's good. It's not the best by any means, like you said, and if they play in a different ballpark, but their lineup is one of the best ones that you will see in college baseball. And to kind of get back to LSU, as we've all kind of noticed, and you've noted multiple times on the broadcast, they're playing the young guys. They're playing the freshmen. They're letting the freshmen go through some lumps a little bit. They're letting them, obviously succeed as well. And look, that's not something we've seen because, Jay Johnson, he's won 2 national championships. And, obviously, they get to regionals in the other seasons. And so they hadn't really had this opportunity. But it has been nice to see the young players given the opportunity to go out there. The moment hasn't been too big for them yet, and they've actually been some of your better players over the last couple of weeks.
No question about it. I mean, and I talked with Bill on the air this weekend, and I know it doesn't make Tiger fans feel any better, and it certainly doesn't make us feel any better, and I know it doesn't make the team feel any better. But having made that switch to go with those guys, who again are here at LSU because they're super talented. It's not as if, let's drop back to the freshmen. I mean, you're missing experience, but now you're kind of beyond that. I mean, when you look at Mason Braun, I don't consider him a true freshman anymore.
Right.
In the same way I didn't consider Curiel and Milam and Dylan Cruz for that matter. And I think you can put, obviously, Omar Cerna in the same position. I mean, those guys have been pretty much everyday players. But, the experience that William Patrick's getting and the growth we've seen of Jack Ruckert at second base defensively and coming up with some key hits as well, along with some of the freshman pitchers that we know are here because of their talent. I mean, look out. I don't know what the future holds over the next week, 2 weeks. But, if Jay Johnson is solely focused on recruiting and transfer portal while everybody else is playing postseason baseball. Jay's the type of guy that doesn't go on a revenge tour, but LSU will. And that'll be something to look at. And again, I know that doesn't make people feel good right now, and it doesn't, answer what happened in 2026. But I've spent too much time around the coach to know that, as well as good as the job as he does, even when he is going, into late June playing for national championships. I mean, when he's not got but one focus, look out.
Oh, you're right about that. And I actually am looking very much forward to this offseason and how everything kind of changes for Jay Johnson and some of the comments that he's made. Like you and I both know him well enough to know that he means every word of those comments. Chris, something else that you've seen a ton of is first pitches, and I'm going to be doing it on Friday at the box. And so do you have any advice for me not only look, I mean, if I throw a bad pitch, that falls on you too. I mean, we're partners in the fall. Your name might be brought up when they're throwing slander my way.
Well, I'm a big Howard Stern fan, and one of the worst first pitches ever was Gary Dell'Abate at the Mets game. I mean, you can go look it up, and it's horrendous. You've got to do better than that. Okay. I mean, you can't hit, bystanders. I mean,
What if I throw it into the Florida dugout? We've talked about that. A little pick move to third and just quickly in the Florida dugout.
Yeah, you can tell everybody the runner was taken off, and you were just holding him to the bag.
That's right.
No, I'm sure you'll do fine. The only advice I'd give you is just don't try to aim it. I mean, literally. So if you're practicing, obviously you're practicing, right? You've been practicing and preparing.
I've been working with with our 9U team that I help coach. I've been, yesterday at practice, I told the catcher, hey, get down for a little bit. Let me throw something to you. I have
no doubt that you'll be in the vicinity of the dirt around home plate.
All right. All right. that's okay-ish if that happens. Ringing endorsement there from our guy Chris Blair. CB, as I said, obviously, and by the way, you're about to actually get to rest your voice for a little bit after doing football, basketball, and baseball. But we've been talking a lot about the fall, and we've been talking about, obviously, the Clemson game and game day, all that's great. And once it comes, that should be the sole focus. But, with the Ole Miss, LSU stuff, I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, everybody's talking about what that game's going to be and the scenes that it's going to be and, just the craziness. That is one of the places where you and we got to kind of walk through the people to get to that press elevator. That's going to be an interesting walk for you and I. I'm going to need you to keep me, focused on getting to the elevator and not maybe, wander around the stadium too much.
But me be in charge of you, I'm going to be walking behind you, hiding behind you.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If because I if somebody chirps, I tend to answer a chirp. So I need you to keep me solely focused on getting to the elevator. Me, you, and Todd are going to be walking together to the elevator.
Yeah, it's something, man. I mean, I was thinking this morning, getting ready to come on the air, I was thinking, what talking season this year? I mean, it started, obviously. I think every year talking season starts a little earlier, but my goodness, this year leading up to the season, which is, again, it's great news yesterday that LSU is going to be a clear focus on LSU and Baton Rouge and Louisiana and with game day and obviously the ABC primetime of LSU and Clemson. And I look at that game, I mean, as obvious everybody else does, it's so important because, you got Lane Kiffin and all that has happened. And the biggest story, I think, in college football wasn't, I think actually LSU eclipsed Indiana. I mean, there's more people talking about LSU in the offseason than I haven't heard anything about the Hoosiers. And then you've got Clemson with Dabo Swinney that, last year it was kind of okay, is he going to be able to survive in this new climate of transfer portal and all of that, which he's kind of pushed back. And then, Brian Kelly coming in, how is LSU going to do? Is this the year? I think the focus and the anticipation and the eyeballs that we're looking at last year's opening game, I mean, it's going to be, just absolutely off the charts for this game. And it's an important game. Yeah. I don't think for Coach Kiffin and LSU, it's the be-all, end-all. I think there might be a little more pressure on Dabo Swinney, from a standpoint of his contingency back in Clemson. But, it's the schedule, Clemson at home to open the season, and then you got to go to Oxford, and then you got to go. Oh, don't forget, you got to go to Knoxville. Yeah. It's going to be one heck of a ride. But I will say this: I enjoyed going to spring football. I enjoyed watching how they do their work, and I'm sure as a guy who's been through those and NFL mini camps, and that you probably have a perspective on it that I don't have. But I was just impressed at the lack of wasted moments. I mean, that every blade of grass, turf, everything that can be used over at the practice facility when I was there was being utilized. It wasn't as if, again, they would have sessions where they would do a 11-on-11. But when that wasn't going on, man, they were using every inch of the practice facility, and it was moving very smoothly, very on time, very lively. I was impressed with the way these guys prepare their football team. So I know there's all kinds of stuff that gets way more attention, but I like the stuff that's being done that's the actual X's and O's, and that's why I'm excited for the season.
One of the things that was funny yesterday, and last point, we're catching up with our guy Chris Blair, voice of the LSU Tigers. Yesterday, Flynn was asking me, he's like, hey, with the way football is now, he's like, do you ever go a couple of plays where you don't even, maybe talk? I was like, oh man, for sure, because of the way these speeds are going with these offenses. And I was like, Chris, it's radio, it's not TV. He's like, Chris has got to set the scene. He's got to set the play, doubles and trips and whatever the formation is or whatever. And I was sitting there thinking, that's how it was last year. I kind of felt bad. I was like, man, am I going to leave Chris high and dry? Am I just going to be there for support in the fall? Because this offense is going to be going uber fast.
It's going to be fast. I'm just going to do a much better job and please everybody and shut up. I'm just going to talk a little bit less. And but yeah, that's one of the things that will be a change. It was one of the things we had to prepare for every time we played a Lane Kiffin team was, hey, look, guys, there's going to be minimal amounts for for just you got to be succinct. And that's going to be a challenge this year. Just from a behind the scenes look, you got to be very judicious with the words you're going to use, and you got to use them fast because I expect this team to move very quickly. And if any indication of what I saw at spring, then that is definitely the case. But we'll find a way to make it work.
Oh, look again. You should be doing the talking. You're the best. We appreciate you. I'm just sitting there, and at one time, I'm just going to pat you on the shoulder and tell you how good you're doing because I'm looking forward to this offense going NASCAR speed, lining up, getting the ball snapped. It's going to be a lot of fun. Look forward to the fall, and we look forward to hearing you close out baseball season. CB, we appreciate your time, sir.
You got it, man.
All right, Chris Blair, the voice of the LSU Tigers, good enough to join us here on OTB. Sometimes I feel bad. I mean, it's like you're setting the scene again, and you're getting ready to snap the football, and that was like in a very sort of no-huddle offense. It's about to be NASCAR speed, which I'm looking forward to seeing how it all plays out as well. All right, we will step away. We've got more OTB coming back your way when we jump back here live from the Raising Cane's studio.
Off the bench.
All right, if your office technology is slowing your business down, it's time to call Gulf Coast Office Products. For decades, Gulf Coast Office Products has helped businesses across Louisiana with their equipment and support they need to stay efficient, productive, and connected. So from copiers and printers to document management, managed IT services, phone systems, and workflow solutions, Gulf Coast Office Products help businesses of all sizes operate smarter and more efficient. So we always talk about it. What sets them apart is their local service because they got all the bells and whistles. They got all the latest equipment that you could ever ask for. But the thing they pride themselves on, like the day one thing, is the person you call is the person that fixes whatever you've got going on, helps you out, sets everything up. You don't get transferred. You talk to that person and that person alone. So call the local experts at Gulf Coast Office Products or visit them at gcopnet.com to learn more. Gulf Coast Office Products, Louisiana's trusted office technology partner, gcopnet.com.
Tigers turn talkers. This is Off the Bench.
I mean, there for a while, like her and Timbaland.
They were on a run.
They were on a run. They had a groove. They throw JT in there every once in a while. It's a run. Maybe try to bring that back. I don't know. I like new music. I like Nelly. I like Timbaland. I like JT. I also like Rouse's. You know what I mean? Rouses.com is a website. They're going to have a location that's convenient for you. How are you going to find that location? Well, you go to Rouses.com. You look it up, and then it gives you the weekly specials at your store. And then also, once you walk into your local store, let's say you're hungry. Let's say it's like 11:30. Well, guess what? They got the sushi bar, the lunch bar, the salad bar, the pre-made meals already ready to go. Those are for you. You like crawfish in the middle of the day? They got it. Little bags of crawfish with some potatoes, some corn, individual bags. They got sacks of crawfish too. You're into crawfish boils. I don't know. Is that a thing in Louisiana? Feels like it is. You got all that at Rouse's. Also, to give our boy Matthew a little shameless plug, unless you're in the Destrehan store, which hopefully they figured that out. My High's on special all through the month of May. So go to Rouses.com, find the location near you, Rouses.com. Just sitting there thinking about when we had Blair on, Chris Blair. That man goes from football, basketball, to baseball. Like his August until typically June is doing games.
I'm sure, somewhere deep down our guys like, you know what? I get my June off.
You say it's like, you know what? I wanted to be in Omaha, but
I also get my June off.
I get the rest of the instrument.
Just look at the silver linings.
Because a lot of people don't do all three.
Right.
Because baseball's not as big of a deal as it is here and in the SEC. It's becoming more of a, like ACC's, obviously picked up, and now the Big Ten has a couple of teams that are playing well. Like they've picked up interest, but that's probably the difference is that man does all three. So I'm glad to work with him during the fall. I will be doing that again. So look forward to being there in the booth with Chris Blair every single Saturday. I don't like when you snicker. That makes me a little
it's because remember
nervous.
yesterday, somebody texted the text line and they were like, "Ask Matt if this was the 20% off
you didn't
price."
hear me? You didn't hear me give him a shot?
Yeah, so that's what I was
store?
laughing at. They were like, "I did hear you, but that's what I was laughing at." Shout out to Destrehan Rouses for overcharging.
Oh no! Oh no! I'm gonna blame Matt though. It feels like he messed up somewhere.
Yeah, probably. He was like, "Heads will roll."
Yeah, I bet he forgot about it by the time he hit that doorway there. We know Matt. We love him, but we know him. He's actually going to be here tomorrow and then out Friday and Monday. Poncho, shout out to Poncho, is sending us on a fishing trip in Idaho. Now, I can't go. I got a lot of things. I've been gone from my family just too much lately, and I can't do it again. I'll enjoy seeing my family on the weekends. And from December until last weekend, I was gone every weekend but 3, I think. So
Yeah.
I am staying put this weekend and looking forward to, some more baseball games with our kiddos, our 9U and 12U, and then throwing out the first pitch. But he's going on a just straight up badass fishing trip that Poncho is sending him on. So I'm going to have some FOMO watching the pictures and the videos, but he's going to be out on Friday and Monday as well. So not a lot of Flynn over the next couple of days. He is not going to be in like Flynn, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So
No.
it's okay.
It's okay. We'll excuse it. We'll allow it.
Yeah. We'll throw.
Are we gonna have Marler fill in for him on Friday? You don't need a co-host.
I'm about to say, I do a lot of radio.
Monday's
okay.
fine.
I'm okay. I can, I've done solo plenty of times in my life. I used to actually only do solo. So, Monday's good enough. Monday's good enough. And two, y'all are great. Y'all are producers that talk. I've had producers that don't talk doing solo. I have certainly had that situation.
Matt seems like someone that's just going
I
to,
used to have Paul O'Neill.
Right.
hey, yeah.
Used to have Paul and Happy. And Happy would talk about K-pop, not about sports. Because she knew K-pop back.
I don't think K-pop is like the demographic for this
No.
station.
She knew it though.
But
When I
Shout
first
out to the
started
girl
here,
Happy.
she was one of the first people that trained me. I didn't know what K-pop was
But
until
you did
our
by
girl
the end of
Madison
it.
Gilmore. Oh, yeah. I learned a lot about it.
Yeah, shout out to Happy though. She knew the board backwards and forwards, and she knew K-pop.
Oh, yeah.
And now she's driving boats at Disney. Shout out.
wait, okay, so this is like very niche. But they're talking about it in the chat right now. We were talking about it during the break when somebody had tweeted that Lane Kiffin sends his kids to private school or whatever. And I was like, not a private school. U-High is definitively not a
No, it's
private
not.
school. I don't know why y'all are like, and it's so weird because people were very mad on the internet about it
Yeah.
and like arguing with me. Arguing with a wall because I wasn't
Yeah.
responding because it's such a dumb argument to have. Like, I don't get why people were so mad about it
Yeah.
and so adamant and digging their heels into the fact that U-High is a private school. It is a public school. Like,
Yeah.
period, point blank. They charge tuition, yes, but they charge like $6,000.
Ish.
Meanwhile,
Yeah.
private schools charge you like minimum $12,000 a year.
I'm not going to throw any other school on blast, but there's schools here in the city that for 4 of my children, it's the same price as one.
Right.
Like a true private school. And look, there's nothing wrong with private school. That's where I went. I went to private school.
Yes,
I went to Evangel Christian Academy.
but it's just not.
But no, it's not.
No matter how bad you want it to be, it's not. And I thought it was so weird
It's a lab
that people
school.
were so aggressive and so angry and so wrong on the internet about it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like Jake, to your point, like the full name of the school is University Lab.
Yeah.
Like lab
It's a
school.
It's a lab
There's
school.
magnet schools. There's lab schools.
Yes.
right?
There's private schools. Like
Private schools.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a private school. Sorry. I know you want it to be so bad and you want to like make me look like I'm dumb and all this, but it's definitively not a private school.
Like, we gotta-
Sorry, that was a very niche thing that I needed to get off my chest, but I got rage baited so hard yesterday. I had to like step away from
it is weird though that because like a lot of people do
Why are you
consider.
so mad?
Because
Yeah,
like
and it's a school of diversity too. Like I saw some of that stuff too. Like it missed me with that. Like you don't know anything about it.
Yeah.
well,
It's
you
the
gotta-
best of both worlds. Like that's the main reason that Katie and I put our boys in there.
Yeah.
We went and we're like, man, this school's got everything, right? It's got everything that's going to help our children grow. So yeah, I'll sit up here. I'll defend you high all day. Every
Yeah.
day.
when you got a couple magnet schools in the city that like nobody considers private. Like Scotlandville's a magnet. Liberty off of Lee Drive, like they're a magnet. But I mean, I'm assuming they're similar.
Yeah.
Like we had charter schools in Texas. Those were not
Yeah.
private schools. They were
Right.
public schools, but you had to pay to go to them.
Yeah.
So stupid.
Yeah.
I got rage baited so hard.
I know. I was going to jump in. I was like in the middle.
Rivers
of my show.
jumped in.
I was on my serious show and I wanted to jump in, but I knew like you know me. Like once I jump in, like,
Yeah.
I can't let go. I can't
I know.
not. So it's all good.
Oh my God. See, if
Like, it's
you
not a
high,
private
it's
school,
just
my guy.
not a private school. Like Google is free. Go look it up.
It's not. It's a
It's just
laboratory
not
school.
a private school. I'm sorry.
Hand
Well,
up, I
Sal,
don't know the
it's
difference,
not- it's
but
not-
lab
it's
is in the
fine.
title.
So, that doesn't matter if it's in select or non-select. There's like huge public schools that are in
Isn't-
select because they're magnet schools.
It also gets, I'm pretty sure it gets state money too.
So
Yeah, there you go.
it's
Southern
state
Lab.
money, not city money. If I'm not.
I think
mistaken.
so, yeah.
I completely forgot about that one. Southern Lab. Like they're lab
Yeah.
school too.
Yeah.
I mean, like
yeah, and
yeah.
this was my biggest thing that I said. I was like, I'm going to respond to one, and this is it.
Yeah.
By that same logic, LSU is a private school.
Yeah.
You have to pay tuition to go to LSU.
Yeah, we pay for like the same things that an LSU student does.
Yeah.
Like it's the same concept.
Anyway,
Like our kids have LSU.edu email addresses.
internet one. I got
LSU
rage
is a
baited.
public school. So, anyways, Blake, it's just not.
No, you're calling it
Like,
whatever you want.
You can call it whatever you want too. That's fine.
Anyways,
Because I don't really care if it was a private school. I tell you, I went to private school.
yeah.
You can have a laughing emoji. It's still the same thing. Doesn't matter. And I love my guy Blake. It's fine. Like find another private school that costs $6,000 a year. No, you pay tuition like you do at LSU, which is a public university.
Yeah.
And you have an LSU.edu email address. You pay for the same things at LSU. You have on the same calendar as LSU. So, anyways, let's take a break. Ask the bench when we come back.
Off the bench. Tigers turn talkers. This is Off the Bench.
Okay. All right, this song makes me almost feel,
Like I'm on
rejuvenized.
Dos Equis?
Well,
too.
that for sure. I mean,
I'm gonna drink so much Dos
combine them
Equis from this song that I gotta
together.
go to Rejuve Me.
that's right. That's right. If you're feeling tired, low on energy, struggling to lose weight, well, we send you to Rejuve Me Medical, RejuveMeMedical.com. Schedule that consultation day. 13 locations across Louisiana, one in Mississippi as well. I went. It was incredibly easy. My daughter literally was on my lap as I got my labs drawn. Don't make an excuse. Go in today, get the consultation, feel better, feel more like your youthful self. RejuveMeMedical.com. You're right about Dos Equis. We talked about yesterday. There is no beer like an airport beer, a baseball beer. What was the other one? We had another one.
Airport beer. Oh, hotel bar.
Hotel
beer.
bar, which
Yeah.
Flynn's going through right now. So. I am not about
There's
to
like
get
literally
into
no ask the bench questions because everybody's just arguing,
Yeah.
like, which is like, this is so stupid.
It
Who
is.
cares?
Like, well, look, I
But
went
hold
to
on, I
I went
did
to a
find
high
one.
school that a lot of people had a lot to say about. That's fine, whatever. My kids go to a school that a lot of people have a lot to say about. That's fine too.
Yeah.
Like I've been in this war. I've been in this battle since 1997 when I left Ridgewood Middle School to go to Evangel. There ain't nothing. I'm calloused in this.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing you're gonna be able to say to me. It's gonna hurt my feelings or make me change my opinion. I'm not gonna make you change your opinion. That's fine.
Yeah.
I don't care. I don't
One,
care.
Real fast. Ask the bench. Should LSU throw the Florida series to set up pitching for Hoover? Sure, why not? Whatever.
No, not against Florida.
Yeah,
No, not against Florida. I'm
No.
joking. Obviously, not gonna. I don't want to.
You need as many wins as you can get.
What's the solution for next baseball season? Do better in the portal.
Hit the portal.
Straight up. Identify better players.
Get Cerna back. Get Braun back.
And then
by
also,
some
like,
miracle, maybe
don't have
Milam.
half your signing class go to the draft.
Yeah.
You might have your top 4 pitchers back next year, in all honesty.
Yeah.
so-
Cooper Moore's back.
Look, you might not, but I am. I'm going to trust in Jay Johnson.
Yep.
I've been on his bandwagon for a long time. I'm going to stay on it. We love you. Go Team USA.
Off the bench.
Taylor's silence
Go
is
America.
deafening.
God, Taylor, like you, dude, you really got to
We
pick
just
this
forced
up.
him. We forced him to do that one.
You really got to, like, Thank God Jen Gators loves America. Thank God that they are true Americans. And honestly, like I loved working with them and sitting down with them and just talking about their story because, man, they are local. They are here. They have been here in this area, and they've really built this from the bottom up. I mean, it's a really incredible story, one that we'll continue to share with you. And they're going to always be there as well. Like, just to hear their story, hear about their small beginnings in South Louisiana and what they have built to today. And it's been through hard work, it's been through relationships, and it's been all about family. And you can learn more information about Jen Gators by going to jengators.com. That is Jen Gators with a Z, jengators.com. Jen Gators Power Systems, they are truly built different. jengators.com.